Hi everyone. So this is a question about what to do when we've lost everything. Claire, I'm sorry to bother you. I have really been struggling with my mental health for the past year. I think looking back, it started with the pandemic. I had COVID and was quite unwell. From then on, I experienced a large accumulation of very sad losses. Several deaths, relationship breakup, empty nest with child leaving for university, menopause, it all took a hold. Unfortunately, my job came to an end as I was unable to present for work. I'm now in receipt of universal credit, so unlimited income. My overall well-being is not good. Personal care is limited as I have no motivation. I feel no purpose or place anymore. Please, can you help me? I am in such a dark pit, begging for help, please. Yes, we can hear the desperation and the enormous suffering, can't we? And maybe many of us listening to this have been in that place. And it's not unusual. Certainly I see it a lot with different people I work with, that this accumulation of losses, of one thing after another, that maybe on its own we could have coped with, but when it's relentless, everywhere we look, every aspect of our life that we depended on for stability, for our sense of what we are, our purpose, has gone. And now we are in a spiral downwards, because in a way we're dying. Our sense of self is dying, and we can't get it back, because there's nowhere for us to get it back. And so we go in a spiral down, because that motivation is gone, and so we look after ourselves less, we exercise less, we feel worse and worse. So maybe the things that were remaining, we withdraw from. Our friendships start to go by the wayside. Our health, our well-being, everything is spiraling down, and it's totally understandable. And because this listener is in this conversation now, because all of us are in this conversation now, this death of all the believed ideas of what I am and of what I need to be okay, is the start of true living. Because now we're actually in reality, even like it feels awful, but now we're not getting a sort of transient form of stability, like false stability, really, from these things out there. Job, as you know, I'm a parent, I'm a partner, I've got this amount of money. We haven't got that anymore. It was only ever transient. It was never stable. And so even when we had it, to the extent that we were relying on it for our sense of what we are, we were suffering in that. You know, the having of something that is only ever temporary contains in it the loss of it, doesn't it? It's we can't have it without including the loss of it. And so before, we were in a limbo, really, in a sort of, we were in a precarious position. Our happiness was totally conditional. Our well-being was conditional. And although we had these things, they were never going to stay in that way forever. And now we don't have them. And so now there's no refuge. There's nowhere to pin myself. I can't say I'm this anymore, because it's gone. And that is amazing. It's amazing. Even, and please, listener, don't think that I am taking your suffering lightly. I am really not. I recognize the torture of it. And stay with this now, because through this death of false stability, false identity, false attachment, really, to these things that look like they make me something, through the death of that, we see what remains. We see what doesn't go away, what doesn't depend on anything else. And what remains is what is here right now: aliveness, intelligence, moving a body, even though we might be at our lowest ebb. We might not be able to get out of bed in the morning. We might not be able to feed ourselves. We might not be able to speak to anyone. Aliveness is an intelligence are keeping this form alive. Breathing is happening. Blood is moving around the body. We're going to the bathroom. We are eating bits and pieces. It doesn't seem much. It doesn't seem much when we believe that to be okay, we have to be this thing that we think we are. But really, what we are is a miracle. We are a literal miracle. Life in action, intelligence in action, which isn't going anywhere, no matter how deep the depression, how enormous the anxiety. Intelligence is in process, and the intelligence is what we are, not the idea, not the seeking, not the search, not the comparisons, not the judgment, not the beliefs, not the categories. That was never what we are. What we are is intelligence right now, doing what it needs to do to keep a form in business. And that's miraculous. We are miracles. And from that space, which is sane and which is realism, we live. And bit by bit, because we're now sane, we've been forced to be sane, which is our blessing, is our gift. We allow the sensations that are in the body, because that's also sane. So this depression that we're feeling, this unworthiness, this fear, this shame, this anxiety, have it all, but move through the layers. Don't worry about the labels of it. Just have the physical sensation of it, because there's no need to not have it. It's there to be had. That's sane. That's attention inwards on the closest in we can get to reality, which is what the molecules, the cells in the body are doing. And so we feel what's there to be felt. We notice movement is still happening, breathing is still happening. There'll be tiny little steps into different areas, and we see intelligence in action, and that is what we are. And all of the rest of it, all of the mental creations, the rumination, that all of that, it's completely irrelevant. It has no truth in it, nothing. It's just a conditioned narrative, believed narrative that has no truth. The truth is the miracle of attention, of aliveness, of beingness. It's awesome. It's awesome. And it is a gift that you've been given here. It is a gift because this is the starting point. This is the foundation. This is truth. And then we see what that combination of intelligence and a form of a mind body is, which is the potential for learning. That's for learning, like how things work. We're starting again now. And so bit by bit, nothing can stop it really. The mind body starts to learn about the world, starts taking steps out to interact and to find out and explore. And this is information back in now. We're reprogramming ourselves. That old program was dysfunctional. It took us into a land of beliefs and attachments and insecurity that was only ever a sort of vicious circle. And now we're free. And now all we do is hang out in reality and learn about the world. And that's it. And we do it bit by bit. Like there's a chapter in my real book on breadcrumb by breadcrumb. We just, a little bit at a time, just feel our way. And it's not going to be easy because we've died. We have died. And that thing that we spent our lives trying to protect, trying to defend, trying to make something is gone. So that's a big adjustment, but it's the ultimate gift. And that's all we are, is intelligence, aliveness, attention, consciousness, presence, love in an amazing form, learning about other forms, and that's it. Yeah. So I'm sending you so much love. We're here with you. We absolutely resonate and recognize what you're saying. So just take it step by step. This is ultimately freedom that you're experiencing. Yeah. So much love to you, darling. Bye.